Good day, Merry Meet. My name is Glennis and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I want to say I wished I could have been on YouTube a little bit more this past week, but with my mundane career and other things going on as far as the Hollow is concerned, it has been just crazy busy. So I apologize for not being there more for you guys, but I am back and even better than ever, because sometimes we need to take a step back and, basically kind of recharge. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping that with Mabon coming up very, very soon, that you guys will do the same. And I'm here all this week, and I so hope to inspire you to hit that reset button. I know that things have not been perfect. I sure do. I sure do. And I know that a lot of people's lives have been put on hold. A lot of you maybe have been feeling a little bit off or off-centered, so to speak. And I have to admit, I've had a day or two where I've like, but somehow, I don't know how, I try to keep it all in perspective. And I want you guys to come back and get your perspective back, get your mojo back going, get your hands dirty. Uh, you may, if your work has been paused, I'm so sorry about that. But now is the time to maybe embrace your craft a little bit more, and try some different things. Try some of the recipes I'm going to give you today, and make a note. How did they work? How did they not work? What would I have done differently? Whatever. But with Mabon coming up and it providing basically equal balance for us, now is the time to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try to return to some kind of normalcy as much as you can. But one way that I'm going to do it is, and of course I'm preparing for Mabon. Yes, even now I'm starting to prepare, because the Sabbaths mean an awful lot to me. It gives me a chance to reflect on this past year plus, and it gives me a chance to anticipate what's coming ahead. And of course, I never want to forget to live in the moment. If it's just something as simple, and I know I've been out shopping and been miserable. Yes, I've been miserable, but I've been out shopping and feeling just miserable. And I see the smile of a child or someone helping another. And that's when I have to say, you're going to have to just suck it up and deal with whatever is thrown my way. So I'm living in the moment, and I'm thinking about the past, and I'm thinking about the future as well. And I hope that you're going to join me this Mabon doing the very, very same. So one way I'm going to start doing so is I'm going to take everything out of my sacred space, my altar space, everything out. I'm going to do a thorough cleanse. I'm going to smudge. And when I say smudge, I use Palo Santo, because sage is very, very good at cleansing, but Palo Santo is excellent for any negativity or anything that's lurking in the background there that you might have brought in and maybe didn't realize it. I know it's happened here, because I've had guests come over that have picked up on a few things here and there. They know what I do, although they don't practice themselves, but they're like, and if they're picking up on it, then it's definitely here. So I'm going to take that opportunity to do that, and the rest of the house too. But I have a altar oil that is for Mabon, and what I am working off of are 1 ounce size. Now, if you don't need that much, but I'm using 1 ounce of grapeseed oil. If you don't have grapeseed, olive, almond, whatever it is that you have will work just fine. But I'm working every oil that I'm going to share with you this week is 1 ounce of grapeseed, 5 drops cedar, 4 drops of rosemary, 3 drops of chamomile, and 3 drops of geranium, and 1 drop of cinnamon. Now, if you don't have cinnamon oil, certainly you can use a powder, or if you have just a stick, break off a little bit of the stick and use that. If you don't have chamomile oil, I'm hoping that you have it in your herb cabinet. Certainly you can use just chamomile. That's totally fine. Not everyone has geranium. Although I do have geraniums up front that are still blooming. I'm going to use this, but I think what I'm going to do to make a very, very pretty altar oil, I am going to get some of the blooms and poke those in there and enjoy those. And that's going to be lovely. Cedar, now I do have cedar that I do smudge with, but in this case I'm going to just use my cedar oil. And rosemary, again, if you don't have rosemary oil, which I hope that you've made some over the summer, but if you haven't, if you have just the dried, then that's fine too. But basically I'm just going to take everything out, cleanse it, smudge it, and use a few drops of this, of course, on my hands first, then on a very, very clean muslin rag, and just wipe everything down. This is perfectly great for your altar tools. I wouldn't suggest ever putting any kind of oil on your very nice statuary, but yeah, so this is my altar oil. And when I get ready to put things back in a more Mabon themed altar, my pomegranates, my apples, different things like that, I have a ritual oil. Again, 1 ounce of whatever carrier oil you choose, 5 drops cedar again, 6 drops of rosemary, and I did not have marigold oil, but I do have marigold that I dried from summer. So I've got marigold, and again, it's going to be one of those really, really pretty oils that I think you guys can see. It's gonna be just, oh my gosh, it smells really, really nice too. But anyway, marigold and 1 apple seed, and I had it here, and I think when I moved this, I think I've flailed it somewhere, but the last time I was up at the Hollow, there is a farm market that I stop by, and I get big bundles of apples. So if you can just go grab an apple, then an apple seed, if you can. But I use that. This is the specific ritual oil for when I put my Mabon themed items back into my sacred space. You can use this anytime from now until Samhain. Just when you go into ritual, it's just, just a wonderful, wonderful oil. You can anoint a couple of candles with it, your God and your goddess candles. And yeah, so it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful oil. And the next one I want to share with you is an offering oil. When Mabon is here, And I'm sure that you are going to be in your sacred space and making offerings to the green man, your god, your goddess, whoever it is that you're working with. Again, 1 ounce of the grapeseed oil, 4 drops of frankincense, 4 drops of myrrh. And if you don't have myrrh oil, you can always use the resin. 2 of orange essential oil, 2 of ginger, and a little bit of chamomile. And again, if you don't have the chamomile oil, then certainly this would be fine too. But this oil is specifically for when you go into ritual for Mabon. You're celebrating the perfect balance of course, day and night. But I hope that you can celebrate a better balance, maybe not perfect, but a better balance that you have achieved from today until Mabon. And you can thank your God and your goddess, your deities, whoever it is that you're working for, to help bring about a better balance, a better attitude into your life. And now I will be doing another video sharing more Mabon themed oils for you to use. One is a psychic oil, and a few other oils that kind of dig a little bit deeper if you just happen to want to communicate with spirits. Then you absolutely will want to stay tuned for that. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you will join me for my next video when I share the other oils with you, because you certainly don't want to miss them. And then I believe I owe you guys, and one person in particular, a candle reading video. And I've got my spell candles here, and I kind of want to answer her question about, because it was the candle that I sent to her, so I feel like maybe I should, give her some kind of an explanation as to what she experienced. And then I have someone very special that I have been working with, and I owe them a little bit of lagniappe. So that will be Friday. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.